I love every single dog that passes through our hands, and they're all special to us. Some of them are easy. When they come to us, they're happy-go-lucky, and they're like, I'm ready to find a new home, and they're easy, and within a couple of days, they're in a new home. And some dogs have a really difficult, long journey. A journey that not many other rescues would be willing to take on, because those are the ones that are, taking a lot of resources, a lot of time, a lot of money. One of the things that I have always appreciated about, being a volunteer for Saving Great Animals is that we don't walk away from those cases. We typically, if we can avoid it, don't say no. And so one of the stories that really stands out for me this year is a story that began about 6 weeks ago. We've seen a lot of dogs pass through our hands this year, almost 500 of them. But Thelma and Louise really just, they captured my heart. I was contacted by the Tacoma Humane Society, and they said, we have these dogs. They were found in a rural area of Yakima, and they're totally feral, completely catatonic. There is nothing we can do with these animals. Unless we find them a spot, they will be euthanized. And whenever I see a dog like that, I go, there has to be something we can do. You can't just let him die. So I said, do you know what? I'm willing to give it a go. We've worked with really shy dogs before. Let's do this. Bring them to us. At this point, when you have a dog that's this shut down, you can't put them in a foster home. You can't put a leash on them. You can't feed them. You can't touch them. So we decided that we were going to take these two dogs. We were going to board them at our wonderful partners at Wagley. Where's our Wagley table? We love you guys because anytime, day or night, whatever we need, you guys are sure. Bring them over. We'll help you in any way we can, and we appreciate that. So we brought Thelma and Louise to Wagley, and this is day one for both girls. And this is what they did for the first 3-4 days. They stared at the wall. That's all they did. Staring at the wall, shaking. They would not eat. They would not pee. They would not poop. You could not touch them. They didn't want to look at you. These were honestly some of the most shut down dogs I have ever seen. And in fact, Louise was so shut down that she started retaining her bladder. And we had to, after 5 days of her bladder just slowly expanding and about to blow up like a balloon, we had to put her under anesthesia, and Dr. Dawson over there. Put her under anesthesia, and we had to actually extract urine from her bladder just so that she could keep going. We found a solution to the peeing issue. We put some grass patches in their kennels, and suddenly they decided that they were going to pee. So, but here's the wonderful thing. So we talked about community in the SGA community, so I made a Facebook post and I said, we need you guys to help us, because how do you get a dog from this to a dog that actually becomes adoptable? Well, it starts with doing very simple things. You cannot teach these dogs to sit or to stay or to walk on a leash. The very first thing they have to learn is humans are okay to be around, and the world will not come to an end if you see a human being. So we set up a rotation, 3 shifts a day, 7 days a week. Volunteers signed up, and all they had to do was sit in the kennel with Thelma and Louise and just be. And we had the most wonderful volunteers. Some of them were sitting there reading, singing songs, bringing the best treats, hamburgers, hot dogs, you name it. It was all brought out. And in fact, you would think that hamburgers and hot dogs would be the favorite. They were not. It was squirty cheese from a bottle. That is still the favorite. That nasty stuff that you can buy in a can. That cheese whiz, exactly. That's the stuff they go bananas for. So gradually, it starts by just them going, I'm acknowledging your presence. I see that you're here, and you bring me good treats. And then gradually over time, they start showing interest in toys, and they're willing to be touched, and they're excited to see you. And after 4 weeks, we were able to put a leash on them and let them walk around the hallway, which was very scary because the floor is purple and shiny. They were not having any of that. And then you get we're now at the point where we walk in the room and Thelma starts to wiggle her little body, and Louise comes up to me and kisses my cheeks. So I wanted to show you the journey over 6 weeks. These girls are not there yet. They have a long way to go. But here's a video of their day one. There's Louise, tucked head in the corner. And it seems like it goes on for a long time, and it did, because she literally just stood there. There's Louise, and she's sighing, and her skin is gross, and she's got dandruff everywhere, and she stinks because she was covered in poop. And we couldn't wash her because that was too scary. Here's Thelma. You can see, maybe, I don't know if you can see it very well, but she's breathing really, really hard. She's so stressed out. So that was day one. So then, yesterday was a magical day. Yesterday, here's Thelma, for the very first time, wearing her harness, wearing her leash. It took a little bit of doing to get them walking out the door. But here she is on her very, very first walk outside. And she was having a blast with that. And here's Louise. Louise was trying to be very speedy with her tail tucked under her butt, going, I'm going. See, she's like, I'll do this quickly, I'll get it over with. So this is where they are in their journey. This was yesterday. They have a long way to go. They're ready for a foster home because now that they can wear a harness and they can wear a collar and they can wear a leash, now the world is opening up for them. And I guarantee you, once we find a foster home for them, they will progress even faster than they have so far. So why do I love this story so much? I love this story so much because to me it encompasses everything that I love about Saving Great Animals. Number one, everybody in the community got involved. 20 volunteers, 3 times a day, 6 weeks, and they just came all the time. The veterinarians who understand that, we have dogs that, don't fit the typical mold. The organization itself allowing us to spend the time, the money, the resources to work with dogs like this. This isn't cheap. These dogs have to be boarded. They have to have medical care. This costs a lot of money, which is why a lot of other rescues would say, yeah, it's not really something that we're able to do. So for me, this story is kind of the epitome of Saving Great Animals. Not all dogs are Thelma and Louise, but for Thelma and Louise, the world is going to change, and it thrills me. And people like you who are here supporting us, spending your hard-earned money to allow us to continue to go on for another year, you guys make that difference, and I want to thank you for that.